All right, all right. Live, baby. We must and we shall let it breathe. Solo tonight, guys. Unfortunately, on short notice, my brother couldn't make it. But let not your heart be troubled. Uh, we're talking Broncos. Welcome in, everybody. It is a very late edition gut reaction solo of the Mile High Huddle podcast. I'm your host, Chad Jensen. With me tonight is not Zach Kelberman. He had a little something come up short notice that was unforeseen. So I'm rocking it. And the Denver Broncos are coming off their second kind of cruising preseason victory of the summer. So they're 2 for 2 thus far. And yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Kind of an interesting performance. We got to see an Evan Ingram sighting, and boy was it sweet. We're gonna get into it. What's up, Taylor, dude? Thank you for the super chat, big dog. One of our key crucial members in the house, and then also throwing down a super. Appreciate you saying, hey guys, great game by the backups. Bye Estime. Yeah, it's not looking good for him. He's at, last I checked, he was under 2 yards. Yeah, 8 carries, 15 yards. He had a long of 7. I was going, okay, he's going to get into a groove. And 1.9 yards per carry for him, unfortunately. Great to see you. Some hellos real quick. Flying Anger Pig, a member. What's up? Thank you. Great to see you. Let's go. We got Dylan in the house helping out on YouTube. Yeah, what's going on, guys? Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading some of these chats real quick. Tonight, just letting you guys know, I got to keep tonight's stream relatively short, like maybe 30 minutes, top of the hour, 11 o'clock here local time. I got to be out because I also have to get some written content up. And forgive me if you keep seeing me glance up past the camera. I'm just watching these last 2 minutes of the game or whatever, just keeping an eye on it, not like watching it. But so I got to be out of here in about 30 minutes. So burning questions, topics, supers, whatever's on your mind, get it in the chat and I'll get to it before I dip on out. Trust in that. Matthew Beatty, what's up, bro? Good to see you tonight. Thank you for the super chat. Means the world. Helping to keep the lights on, literally. And man, I've had a long couple of days, a fun couple of days, but a long couple of days. And I'm happy to be with y'all. It's late. I'm tired. I'm operating on about 4 hours of sleep, but I'm really stoked to be here with you guys. Dylan's trying to get this conversation started. Serious question: is Devon Vele expendable with the arrival of Troy Franklin and the mirroring skill set with Pat Bryant? Yeah, man. I don't think so. I mean, is he in a technical sense, or I should say a literal sense? Yes, he's expendable because let's face it, as you mentioned, not only does Pat Bryant check that box, Cortland Sutton, the number one receiver, checks that big body possession box. And then you also have up and coming guys. I mean, we'll see what the future has in store for A.T. Perry, right? And whatnot. Plus, you've got Joaquin Davis. I mean, he hasn't really been able to translate his practice performance to the preseason field quite yet. But today he caught one reception, 2 targets, 11 yards, and it moved the chains. So that was good to see. But it very well may, Dylan, be that, yes, there are kind of maybe not canceling out skill sets or skill sets that cancel each other out, but we know Sean Payton loves his 6'4" and above guys, but it's great to see Troy Franklin really turning a corner as I glance up now and see that second touchdown he hauled in. Beautiful. It's great to see him having that awareness and body control, turn, fight with the corner, bring in the ball, touchdown. I mean, these are good things, man. This is going to really pay dividends for Bo and the offense. Yeah, so Nick Gargiulo went down in the third quarter. Thank you for bringing this up, Taylor. Hope Denver's guard is okay. And by the way, Nick Gargiulo, let's not forget, he was the Broncos' 7th-round pick last year. Former Yale man, transferred to South Carolina for his final year at college ball. Didn't make the 53 out of camp last year, but he was immediately re-signed to the practice squad where he stayed on the with the team all year, and he has easily been Denver's best interior offensive lineman as far as depth. I should have said that their best depth interior offensive lineman, and that's been at least one little piece of a silver lining because there's a lot of question marks in terms of interior depth. Alex Palczewski had a little bit of a rough game tonight in terms of the penalties, but I don't think the Broncos are too worried about their tackle depth. Interior depth is a different story. So, it's looking like it's going to be pretty grievous. We don't have confirmation yet as of me going live what the injury is. Although, guys, let's all keep an eye on it. I'm not as I can't just sit and hover on Twitter because I'm trying to talk to you guys and entertain you and whatnot and all this good stuff. But if you see something while I'm live, guys, drop it in the chat. Just make sure you let me know who it came from so I can credit them, okay, if you see something on X or social media. But he went down with what appears to be a very severe lower leg injury. And, yeah, total bummer. Total bummer. So we hate seeing that. Yeah, I know, Taylor. You're all stoked on Parsons talking about Denver as a dream destination. Crazy. They don't need him. It sounds ridiculous, but they don't need him. If there was a genuine hole, hey, go get him. But there's not. You've got a second-team All-Pro, Pro Bowler who is in the very little preview we saw of him in the preseason thus far. Looks like he hasn't – not only has he not missed a beat, but it's looking like he might be quickly poised to ascend even further in year 4. By the way, final gun, here we go. Broncos win 27-7 over the Arizona Cardinals at home, the preseason debut, the one and only preseason game at home for Denver this year. But yeah, buddy. Phil, what's going on Facebook, my brother? I've been down in your neck of the woods. Well, pretty close to where you're at. Down in Phoenix the last couple days. So, Phil, good evening, Chad. Great look tonight. I know it was backups, but the offense showed great improvement over last week. Hashtag Buckham, MHH for life, Broncos for life. Yeah, I mean, how about Stiddy, right? Jarrett Stidham looking really sharp, really poised, really athletic. That arm showing accuracy and just enough oomph to get her there, right? So really positive developments because although none of us expect or wish to see anything befall Bo Nix, it's the league and you need depth, man. And if any issue happens at that position, your season and you're not prepared with quality depth, your season goes off the rails in a hurry. And it's important to remember Bo Nix did deal with a couple of injuries last year. One of them, the back injury, and then one was more of a pre-existing injury that he kind of aggravated during the season with the ankle. So I might even be like not remembering one of them. So because I'm so tired, it's late, and I got 4 hours of sleep last night. But yeah, dude, really stoked. We'll talk more about the backups. Rock Chalk, what's going on? Yes, indeed. And thank you, by the way, for the super chat so much, dude, and for being a member. Prayers for Nick Gargiulo. I hope he has a speedy recovery. Amen. On a positive note, very excited about the depth overall on the roster. Something I haven't been able to say in far too long. MHH for life, Broncos for life. That's right, dude. I mean, the teams that vie for all the marbles at the end of the year, one thing that there's really a few things they all share in common, right? They've got a quarterback. Typically, they have one of the top defenses in the NFL. They've had a little bit of good luck by way of the injury bug in most cases, though not always. And then the last thing is elite depth. And when the Broncos were competing for championships with Peyton Manning, they had that. So, yeah, it's great to see it from the Broncos backups in the depth and really stoked. Riptide, what's going on, brother? Great to see you. Evening Broncos country. Great to see Troy Franklin making plays. I think 89 is a sneaky pick to make the 53 with Mims being more involved in the offense. Yeah, man, the farther we get into this preseason, the more I'm starting to wonder if the plan is going to be Jackson. But what are you going to do? Carry 7? I mean, let's think about it real quick. Quick math. Cortland Sutton, Marvin Mims, Troy Franklin, Pat Bryant, Devon Vele, Trent Sherfield. There's 6 that are relative locks. I know Dylan was kind of floating the idea, is Vele expendable, but I think at this stage, he might not be like a lock, but he's pretty dang close to it. So you're going to carry 7 receivers. Wouldn't be completely unprecedented, but it would definitely be kind of against the norms. So you'd have to go light, very light somewhere else. You go, oh, well, that's fine. Just carry 2 quarterbacks. You'll be good. Well, but there are other fish to fry relative to the different positions in the roster math. So I think he ends up being a guy they hope to sneak onto the practice squad. That is, unless, as you say, like this whole Mims being more involved. Well, yes, we knew he was going to be more involved, but does that also include any kind of a come to the man upstairs conversation at Broncos HQ that suddenly they don't want Mims to be doing returns? I don't think so, because we heard from the new guy, the new coordinator, Darren Rizzi, not long after he was hired, when the OTAs and all that kicked off, that like he's so stoked to have Marvin Mims as his returner this year because the new rules and this and that and how prolific he's already been. So, yeah. What is he a sneaky pick? Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. Is he like anything close to a probable? No, just because of the other roster math. Now, if they hadn't assigned Trent Sherfield and had Trent Sherfield not already shown to have a pretty strong showing early on in the preseason, we'd be closer. But thank you, brother. Great to see you. The Lady D from the top rope. She's a member herself. She's a Mount Rushmore Super Chat superstar. She's buying memberships for other members of this community left and right for MHH YouTube. She's legendary, mythical. She's a Hall of Famer. We love you. Thank you so much, Lady D. I love you. She says, evening, Chad. Great preseason game. Thought the backup players did great. I loved how, here's another one of these when we talk about studs and duds or risers and fallers. He's a stud. He's a riser. Jonah Ellis. She says, I love the way he moved. Trent Sherfield, too. We got to clean up the penalties, agreed. But overall, great job, MHH for life. Yeah, I mean, let's take a quick look at his stat line for old Ellis. Just double checking. I don't have the pressure stats in front of me, but he was just all over the place with that quarterback and just the backfield, that tackle for loss early, just all over the field. You love to see it. 3rd round pick last year. Made the PFWA's all-rookie team, 5 sacks as a rookie in relief of a couple of guys who both finished in double digits. I mean, what more could you have really asked or expected of Ellis as a rookie? And he's looking like a guy poised to take a pretty big year 2 jump. So again, it goes back to the Parsons thing. Yeah, and that's what I thought. I wasn't sure, dude, because I've been juggling a few things. Parsons quote I had heard is not real, by the way. So keep that in mind, gang. But it's just more to the point of why the Broncos don't need Parsons anyway, is you got guys like Ellis shining. I mean, even Dondre Tillman tonight had a few shining moments, and he had a very impressive rookie season last year too. So Lady D, thank you so much. I don't know how I could thank you any more than what I've said. I look forward to seeing you in October. It's going to be so fun. Love you. Okay. Ronk in the house. Yeah, dude. Member and bona fide super supporter and superstar. That's what he throws down supers too. He says, Blake Watson, the running back, deserves to make the Broncos 53-man roster. So if we take a quick peek at his final stat line, he had 10 carries for 34 yards with a long of 9. So he averaged 3.4 yards per carry. And then as a receiver, I thought, 4 for 20. So on 14 touches, he gave you 54 yards, solid. I think it goes, honestly, once you get past JK and you get past RJ, the initial guys, it's Jalil, and I think Tyler Bidet currently is the favorite internally for that 4th and final 53-man roster spot. But Watson has been good. He hasn't been like, oh my gosh, guys, let's burn the tape so that no other team knows we have him, and let's hopefully sneak him onto the practice squad. Is there a chance he could get claimed if you waive him? Sure. But I'd lean more toward if the Broncos end up waiving him at the end of the summer, they'll be able to sneak him onto the practice squad. So for what it's worth. Now, that's not me trying to diminish what he's done so far, but he's also not exactly blown the doors down. You know what I mean? I'm proud of him, though. I'm excited to see it. David, no worries, buddy. Can't stay on long. Neither can I. It's late, guys. So I can only be on about another 15 minutes or so because I have to get some content up at the website covering the game. And Zach could not make it tonight on very short notice. He had a thing. It's completely outside of his control. So SMA, history, Watson, practice squad, Priesthorn gone. Priesthorn was always going to be gone, but you feel bad for him, right? Life on a plate. He's literally inches from scoring his second consecutive scoring a touchdown in consecutive games, debuting as a Bronco. Stripped of the ball, right at the goal line, into the end zone it goes, touchback. Such a bummer. Denver will keep 5 running backs, he predicts. So he's kind of sharing maybe a brain with the Ronk. Ellinger to the squad. I don't think so. I don't think you need that Ellinger, but if you really love him, and Sean Payton has said some really kind things about him, then maybe so. We'll see. Ronk with the super. Thank you, brother. Good evening, chat on the Mile High Huddle podcast. Go Bo Broncos. You're an absolute stud, Ronk, and I appreciate you so much, dude. The Papa Bear also checking in. 2 community mavens here at MHH and members, superstars. Mount Rushmore, genuine great people. Good evening, Broncos country. Great game tonight. 13-4 plus. Yes, sir. Thank you, Papa Bear. Amen to that. William Shaw, dude, thank you for being a member. Means a lot. You've been with us a long time too, big dog. Wanted to get in early, but didn't want to false start. Ha! Jackson is fast. Go Broncos. Yes, he is. Very intriguing guy. And look, it's one thing when you have like a good young returner that's already established, but when that guy is not just a good young returner, but like he's 2 years in the league, and in both years he's been dual accolade decorated guy, Pro Bowler and an All-Pro in year 1, Pro Bowler and an All-Pro in year 2. I mean, unless last year he had like turned in a Pro Bowl caliber receiving season in tandem with the Pro Bowl caliber stuff he did as a returner, and you go, you know what? Going into 2025, we really want to we don't want to expose him to unnecessary hits. Marvin Mims, you're just offense now. We got to go find a guy. That's not what's happening. Marvin Mims is going to be out there on special teams, guys, and they can't carry 7 wide receivers. But Jackson, very interesting player. Very interesting. Been excited to see him. Has Mims been below average so far, camp and preseason? Not camp, but guys, I mean, the starters played 3 series in the first game. And then because, Thursday was physical, intense joint practice with the Cardinals. And it's the first time ever that Sean Payton has held joint practices with 2 different teams in the preseason. And so if Bo Nix and the first team don't go out there on Thursday against the Cardinals in the joint practice and light it up, and Bo Nix has his best practice of the summer, maybe he doesn't decide to rest the ones with a couple of exceptions. But because he did, Bo Nix, have a great practice against the Cardinals, and he is your starting quarterback, and you're now, he's only played 3 possessions in a game, but he had 2 very physical, long joint practice sessions with 2 outside clubs. Yeah, we're not going to play him. He's done till week 1, guys, and thank God for it. He's going to be great this year, guys. I mean, look at the weaponry and the talent around Bo Nix, guys, this year. And I don't just mean the weaponry, but like the depth and breadth and talent on this roster is legit. And guys, Evan Ingram, I wasn't expecting that. First of all, I wasn't actually expecting to see him when Sean Payton announced that he wasn't going to play the ones. And, even though previously in the week he had said that he's trying to scheme some meaningful snaps and touches to Ingram this week. Then he announces, of course, that no ones. You might see 1 or 2 here and there. If we saw him tonight, I was expecting maybe a couple routes, get him a little dump off, let him run out of bounds, get his wiggles out. But he ran that underneath route, caught the pass, made guy miss, boom, 58, 59 yards, whatever it was. Golly, that was awesome. Golly, dude. Can you imagine what that's going to open up for Bo Nix? Not only is he going to just be a mismatch weapon that is going to be getting open a lot, and Bo Nix is going to be finding him, but he's going to be drawing that linebacker attention and that safety attention. You're going to see some extremely favorable matchups for the wide receivers on the boundary, guys. It's going to be fun to see how this shapes up. Naj, what's up, bro? Great to see you. Bonafide Mount Rushmore Super Chat superstar and a dear friend. Says, brothers, Broncos country, let's get ready. We are going to the show this year. Whoa. Not just predicting Super Bowl, the show, from your lips to the football god's ears, brother. Let it be so. Let it be true. I love it. I love it. I hope you're right, buddy. I hope you're right. Stranger things, right, have happened. So let's go. I'm right there with you. Thank you, Naj. Brother, it's great to see you. Lawrence Rivera in the house. What's up, brother? Saying, what's up, Chad? Seems like the cuts can possibly make or break this team if we choose wrong due to all the talent. Yeah, what a kind of first world of football problem to have, right? Like, man, how do we got to make sure we don't choose. I mean, you never want to choose wrong when you're whittling your roster down to the final 53. But in this case, man, it's going to be tough. Some of these competitions and the positions, man, are the separation is razor thin, if there at all. So it's going to be interesting. But yes, Lawrence, absolutely, buddy. Yeah, I'm solo tonight, bro. I'm solo, Patrick, because a little short notice on my Pard's side of things. He couldn't make it, unfortunately, but it was outside his control. So, well, he'll be back with me tomorrow night. James, what's going on, buddies? Good evening or good morning from here in Marion, Ohio. That's right. It's almost 1 a.m. Thankfully, it's a Saturday going into Sunday, right? Just got done watching the game on NFL Network, Broncos country, Marion, Ohio, hashtag MHH. A great example are you, James, that Broncos country is not, in fact, a geographic location. It is a state of being. It's wherever you are. And this man, James, he's in Marion, Ohio, in case you guys missed it. Great to see you. What's up, Boot Boy 90, the 60 bus? Oi. Oi, boy. Yes, Steady looked great. Ellis and Franklin looked great. Michael Bandy had a nice game, too. A lot to like in the second string. Descendant shirt a bit ago. Yeah, dude, of course. You like my Milo? Oh, turning the wrong way. There you go. That's for you, Josh, my fellow punk rock music fan. Yeah, dude. I got to remind myself real quick how Bandy did. 3 receptions, 55. 3 receptions on all 3 targets, 55 yards with a long of 28. Yeah. Happy for him. Unfortunately, we know he's not going to make the roster, but happy for him. Great to see you, Josh. Rock Chalk again. The cut down at wide receiver is going to be tough. Courtney Jackson made plays tonight. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Let me see here. Caught both his targets for 32 yards, and then you can tell he's just a weapon teaming, like ready to break out and cut you at any given second on those returns. So, yeah, that's a tough one. The Broncos, who knows? Maybe I'm up in the night and they carry 3 linebackers so that they can carry 7 wide receivers. I doubt it, but we'll see. Sweaty gaming. Bryant looked good. Yeah, dude. Pat Bryant was looking like a guy coming off a Pro Bowl season or a starter, just getting his groove on. Stidham was looking his way on the reg. 5 targets, 4 receptions, 70 yards. He unfortunately did not get a touchdown, but Franklin caught 4 for 5 as well for 67 yards, 2 touchdowns. Day at the office for Jarrett Stidham, first half basically, goes 16 to 23, 240 yards, 2 touchdowns, another whopping quarterback rating of 132.5 on the heels of, I want to say it was a 144 last week. So got to be happy at how comfortable and just productive, how comfortable he looks and how productive he's been so far. All Jarrett Stidham can do as the second team quarterback is go out and take care of business against the guys that line up across from him. And in this case, it's been some backups and whatnot in the preseason so far, but he's handled his business like you expect him to do as a starting caliber backup quarterback. So really cool. Yeah, Bandy did look good. I just, we're not going to see him on the 53. Phil, all of a sudden we got some tough choices to make at running back and receiver. Bryant and Sherfield made some awesome catches tonight. Yeah. See, I think the way this plays out is Joaquin Davis gets waived, re-signed to the squad. If A.T. Perry isn't able to make an impact in a hurry, he's gonzo, not coming back to the practice squad. because you have some other guys like Courtney Jackson that, because the cool thing again about the modern rules of the practice squad, you sign a guy like Courtland. Let's say you waive Courtney Jackson, re-sign him to the practice squad. You get 3 practice squad elevations before you have to risk waiving him and exposing him to the waiver wire. So that's 3 strategic decisions you can make depending on the game and the matchup, or if Mims is dinged up or whatever, waiting in the wings. And that's a nice asset to have chilling like that, right? Being ready to have his number called. Thank you again, Phil. William Shaw, back at it on Super Chat. They have to go get a backup O-line now, right? They just might. We'll see, man. It's looking like a severe season ending, but once again, so coach at the podium, I'm just doing a quick perusal. And by the way, guys, we don't have a heck of a lot of time left on tonight's stream. I'm just doing a quick perusal on the notes here from his initial beginning of his presser. I'm not seeing the Gargiulo thing being addressed. So anyway, I don't want to bore you guys. So we'll just have to see how it shakes out. But will they go sign an O lineman, interior guy? I don't think so. Right off the bat, not that they won't, but like I don't think they're going to go sign someone because here's the thing: Gargiulo has been their best interior depth guy, and that's what's so heartbreaking about this, man. He's been building up a nice head of steam. He was excellent in game 1. He was looking fine tonight. So I think they're going to basically light a fire under Clay Webb and Xavier Truss. They also have 2 like unheralded journeyman type veterans, Will Sherman and Calvin Throckmorton. So I think you're going to see the coaches just kind of shake some trees and go, guys, Gargiulo's down. Who's going to answer the bell and be our number 1 swing guard? Because Alex Forsyth probably going to make it as the backup center. Who's it going to be? Lady D again. Whoa. Love you so much. She says, Bryant's looking good too. Yes, he is. So stoked for Pat Bryant. Pat Bryant's one of those picks for me that when the Broncos first drafted Nick Bonito, I didn't love the pick. Not because I wasn't into the player, but just because at that point in the draft, I felt there was some better options relative to the team's needs and whatnot. And, in hindsight, it's like that was the right pick. God bless the Broncos for picking Nick Bonito. You're not going to be right every single time, especially in this line of business that I'm in. Bryant, I was kind of like not as negative reaction when they picked him because he was a 3rd-round pick. But it's like, if you do this much research before you even actually see him suit up as a Bronco, if you do this much research about Pat Bryant, you're like, concerns gone. This dude is a man among boys. Yeah, he's a rookie, but guys, he's going to become a stud. This is going to be a guy that is in Denver for a long time. Mark my words on that. Yeah, Estime's already on the bubble, my dear, and it's not looking good for him. Once again, he's the last running back to touch the ball and doesn't even get over 2 yards per carry. He's probably arguing to his position coach, well, coach, how am I supposed to produce when I'm getting all the scrub offensive linemen? They're not opening up the holes. And it's that exact kind of a mindset. Not saying that he has that, but like it's that kind of a mindset that has got you stuck in the spot you're in right now, homie. So hopefully that's not his mindset. Whoa, Lady D throwing down, gifted 10 Mile High Huddle memberships to people in this chat. Amazing, amazing show of generosity, not only to the channel, to you guys. Really cool, Lady D. Love you. Thank you so much. Yeah, she's getting after it, throwing down, as Rock Chalk says, Lady D. I love it. I appreciate you. I think we've kind of covered the studs, the duds, and the injury update. Really feel bad for Gargiulo. I honestly, that's not an injury thing, but I feel bad for the tight end Priest-Horn dropping that touchdown basically after he made some good moves to get in the end zone. He's inches and stripped and fumbles. But for what it's worth, he finished with 3 receptions. He caught all 3 of his targets, 52 yards, that long of 21. A few other noteworthy things. Jaleel McLaughlin led the team in rushing on 3 carries. He had 48 yards. That's a 16 yards per carry average for what it's worth, gang. And then turn off that tube. Then let's see. Pat Bryant, we mentioned 4 for 70. Troy Franklin, 4 for 67. I mean, Stidham going off. And even Ellinger had, no touchdown passes, but 14 of 16. That stat line looks really close to Stidham's preseason game 1. 162 yards, finished with a quarterback rating of 108.9. So good for him. Evan Ingram citing, guys, the speed and the grace and the smoothness and just all that athleticism and now experience coming to the Broncos offense. Get excited. Trent Sherfield kind of quiet tonight for what it's worth. Not able to back-to-back duplicate what he did in preseason game 1, but he's a lock for the roster. On defense, and Lohner. Guys, Lohner caught a pass, 1 for 4 yards. Stoked. On defense, Lavelle Bailey led the team with 5 tackles. Turner, 5 tackles as well, so tied with Bailey. And then he also had 1.5 sacks. That's really cool to see. It was great to see Jahdae Barron get his nose in the must, get involved in the run game, being physical as a tackler. I mentioned earlier, Dondrea Tillman, 4 tackles. Jackson had 4 tackles. J.L. Skinner, very involved, 3 tackles, as well as P.J. Locke. Karine Reed, 3 tackles. So I'm looking here. The other sack was Garrett Nelson. He got a little dinged up, so we'll have to see what's up with him. But, yeah, overall, guys, you got to be really comfortable and confident and excited about the depth of this young Broncos team. Phil, Gargiulo has a fitted brace on his right leg. I'm just going back to the top of my little thing here to check to see here. Let me just check. Sean Payton, by the way, did not officially give an update on Gargiulo's injury while at the podium. Yeah, he did have the brace on him, though, by the way, when they carted him off. So, I don't know. We'll see, man. Prayers are up for him. I just feel so sick for him, on behalf of him. But, yeah, loved seeing the linebackers run around, but I didn't think they were that good, to be frank, tonight. I don't know. I was slightly distracted in the second half for reasons I won't get into, but we'll see how it shakes out. Sweaty Gaming again, ready to get back into the swing of things. Summer's been crazy. By the way, if you're a name that I know, I apologize, bro, but the YouTube thing, it's a week old, where they changed from displaying everybody's name to whatever their @ handle is. There have been several key people in the chat who maybe I haven't seen them for a minute, so I'm not familiar. I don't recall the profile pic, and now the name is not, or the handle is not matching the name I know. So let me know if you're someone I genuinely know, like by another name. Let me know so I can cross that off my list. But ready to get back into the swing of things. Summer's been crazy. Got a little boy coming in November. Big congrats, Mazzles. That's awesome. Got to catch up on Broncos news. Cody. Oh, it's Cody Dub. See, who was it that told me? Oh man, it's been a long couple of days. Someone reached out to tell me how. Basically, it was Sam Bam. So Sam Bam, guys, I was telling you that you can change your handle and all that stuff. It's really easy to do. You go basically to fix the username problem. You go to your profile, under the little pencil icon, change the handle name to what you want it to be. Bada bing, bada bing. Save it and you're done. Okay, so FYI. But Cody Dub, bro, that's great to hear. So stoked for you. Amazing, dude. Great news. Stoked for you, brother. All right, guys. Hey, if you have not become a member yet, get on that, guys. We need you in the membership community. We got some big stuff cooking. We're a couple episodes into Broncos Book Club. Episode 3 was supposed to be today, but I was out of town. So it's going to be tomorrow at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, 6 p.m. Eastern. The 3rd chapter of The Elway Years by Mike Kliss. That's one. Not everybody's a big reader. That's cool, but it's for members only. And then also every Tuesday at noon Mountain, 2 p.m. Eastern, for members only, Kelberman's Corner, hot takes that hold water, the Dragon returns. You guys, not only do you want in on that action, but we need your support on that front. Couple of tiers you can choose to sign up for. So far, everything we've done, we're making available to everybody. So come join us, and plus more stuff like, little things I'm going to start sharing with you, with the members, like where did this come from? I told you I was in Arizona. The Great Seal of Broncos country. I got this from a awesome member of the community down there, and some other cool stuff that I'll share with you later. But anyway, where did the truck come from? What's up with the football signed by? You can't see it right now, but like, where it's not just memorabilia. Like that's Floyd Little, R.I.P. It's not just my own like personal collection of memorabilia, but it's also gifts and like stuff that's come from the community, kindly been bequeathed to me and sent to me. Awesome gifts. Almost everything you see, like if I were to tweak this just a little bit, well, I better not. There's some. My wife would get mad if I show family pictures. But anyway, I'll show it to you, to the members and stuff like that. Just, little fun episodes that are for members only, community stuff. We'll have forums and opportunities for members to do the same. Show us your man cave. Show us the stuff that you've got built up. But become a member. It's easy to do. Go to the Mile High Huddle channel on YouTube. Click join. Bada bing, bada bang. You're in like Flynn. You're in the family. Phil, Facebook is my mortal enemy right now. Sorry, bud. I know you dwell on Facebook, and I feel bad because Facebook used to be the place for MHH, but I hate Facebook. Sorry. I love my Facebook community, but Facebook, what they've done to their publishers like me that invested decade plus, not only of time, but lots of energy, effort, money to build followings and community on that. And they've just been screwing us. So without derailing it, okay. Well, I'll make sure I got to pin that somewhere where everyone can see it. I'll do a better job of posting when the Broncos book club is, which is regular, and Zach and Kelberman's Corner is regular. But I got to find somewhere I can pin that where you guys can just always know where to go to be reminded of the schedule. So I'll work on that, letting you know, brother. So a Mile High salute, a special shout out to all the great Super Chat superstars, supporters, members, helping us keep the lights on. Sorry I got to be short tonight, guys, but it's so late. Taylor Christensen, Matthew Beatty, Rock Chalk, Phil McLaughlin, Riptide in the house, the Lady D throwing down multiple supers and gifting memberships to fellow community members. Just what more can you say? Let me scroll back up. There we go. Rock Chalk. Oh, I already did that. Rock Chalk, Ronk, Papa Bear, William Shaw, Naj. Stoked to see you in October, bro. Josh, aka at Bootboy90. Rock Chalk multiples, by the way. Cody Dub multiples. Lawrence Rivera, good to see you. Yeah, I might have missed one or two on Facebook. I'm not sure because I don't have Scott with me. Where do I recommend you go? YouTube. That's where I recommend you go. Facebook has been utterly unreliable for us. And used to be that all of our followers, or a good chunk of them, anything we shared, including articles, reels, memes, whatever it was, they'd see it in their feed. Now, if you share an article, you're basically treated like a spammer. You're no different than a spammer as far as Facebook algorithm's concerned. And if you guys had any idea the amount of time and money and how time is money too, that I spent for over a decade building that Facebook page and fostering that community, only to have them do the algorithmic things that they've done the last 2 years, it would make you sick. But so yeah, that's why we're going all in on YouTube, my brother. All right, guys, I love you. I appreciate you. Don't forget to connect with us on X. The main account for the podcast is at the MHH Pod. Then, of course, at Mile High Huddle. Also on Instagram, we've been doing a lot of fun stuff, a lot of different unique content at Mile_High_Huddle. If you're listening on Spotify and Apple, guys, just take 5 seconds, leave us a 5-star. And with the season coming back on, we're going to be doing the giveaways for the 5-star reviews each and every month. Unfortunately, on Spotify, you can't see who gave the 5-star. On Apple, you can. So Apple, you'll be getting a chance with a 5-star for a little piece of swag. It might be memorabilia, might be a jersey, might be swag each and every month. And then again, it's as simple as here's where you go to become a member. It's there. Where did it go? Why won't it click on that? Oh, it's a ticker. Anyway, all right, guys, you can follow me on X at Chad and Jensen. Zach and I will be back in the saddle tomorrow. New member alert. We got Chris Biggs in the hizzy. Chris Biggs, 2K4 Martinez, 45. Welcome to the manger, homeboy. Stoked to have you. Zach and I are back tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. Eastern. It'll be, once again, the Aftermath episode because the preseason games are played on Saturday. So you guys are used to Aftermath on Monday, as are we, but it's just one day early, just like the games. There's Cody signing up. Dude, love you, buddy. So stoked for you to be a dad in November. That's so awesome. Baby boy, huh? That's awesome. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you. Appreciate you. Go Broncos.